Hello, and welcome to my third Doctor Who figure review. Now, I did say that I was sort of just gonna sort of review some Series 1 figures, but I thought I'd take a look at some of the sort of iconic figures, and, well, some of the iconic figures that I have from, 2005, 2006. And just sort of have a look at them and seeing which ones I should review. And I just thought, well, I'll review the Cybermen because the Cybermen was one of the first figures I got. I remember getting some figures, and there are some figures which I just can't remember ever getting. So yes, I'm going to take a look and review this Cyberman figure. I do, in fact, have two other Cybermen, but I bought these separately in another shop somewhere. But yes, this one doesn't come with the gun. This one is in fact from Rise of the Cybermen and the Age of Steel. So if we take a look at the figure itself, it's a really well detailed figure. The head is really well detailed, the arms again, and the back of the Cyberman as well. Annoyingly, you can see the sort of product code, I think it is, and some, well, the what it's limited by. Well, it's limited by BBC and Worldwide Limited, which is the company. So yeah, and it just explains what this figure is. For example, it says it's a Cyberman. Not really anything interesting, to be honest, but yeah, really nicely made figure. I'll go through the articulation. It can do 360 on the arms. It can move fairly. The articulation is quite stiff here, but there's not much articulation down at the elbows, but it's a robot, so it doesn't have much articulation at all, really. The legs can move back and forth, not so well forward, but backwards it's slightly better. Below the knees it can do slight movements. The feet can do a 360, which is good, and as for the hands, they can also do a 360 as well. Yeah, like I said earlier, the head can't really, well, actually yeah, the head can do a 360 as well, so yeah, quite a bit of articulation there. The chest or the waist can't do a 360 neither, so that's yeah, I don't see why it would do a 360 anyway. So as for the detail, we've got nice detail showing the it kind of looks like a robotic six-pack, but it's not. It's just metal plates covering chest, and we have the Cybus Industries logo there. One of the Cyberman figures that can actually come off, but unfortunately it doesn't do that on my one. Well, on the Cybermen. Yeah, there is also a figure which comes with a gun, but that's in the Army of Ghosts and Doomsday version. We've got nice wiring effect here, and it sort of stops. You can't really see it underneath there because it's pretty much just joint on. Well, pretty much bolted on, to be honest. And we have more wiring effect coming down from the elbows, the shoulders. Sorry. Yeah, I did get the elbows and the shoulders mixed up earlier. I'm sorry about that, but never mind. The head's quite nice as well. I wish they had like a feature where the mouth would light up, but I think that'll probably increase the cost. But never mind. And as for the back, more wiring effects around the waist, and as you can see, you can have a bit of a better look as to what's behind the legs. And as for the feet, it's got a nice rough texture to it. It's got my initials on it for some reason, because I think I took it to somewhere, and just in case it got lost, it might be able to get returned to me in case I ever lose it. But it's still here, so that's the good thing. So yeah, the detail is really nice. The colouring, obviously, it's just sort of like a metallic silver colour to it, which just makes it look like what it's shown on TV. The hands are fairly well detailed as well. They look fairly robotic. I think they are slightly different on screen, but I'm not too bothered if they're not. It's kind of difficult to tell, really. But anyway, yeah, not much to say about it, really. It's just a Cyberman. Like, all the other Cybermen are practically the same, just with slightly different designs. For example, there are some Cybermen with like a square chest plate, and other Cybermen have like wires coming down with like a little circle there, keeping the 4 wires in place. And they've got, because this Cyberman does have that kind of classic feel to it, with the wire going down the legs, but some of the Cybermen have wires going all the way down as well. So, you know, it's a good figure. I like it. I'll just show you the other Cybermen as well. On one of my other Cybermen, there's a bit of rust on it. I had no idea where that came from. Well, it's not rust, it's just damaged, and I think that's the way it was when I got it in the packaging. I only noticed it not long after I only noticed it not long I opened it. Well, I opened it from the packaging. I was a bit annoyed, but yeah, the other Cybermen are the same, so it's only this one that's damaged. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good figure, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this review. Sorry, it's not exactly detailed, this review, but I'm not exactly an expert on reviewing these figures. So, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time for my next Doctor Who figure review.